Thierry Breton has resigned as European Commissioner, dealing a new blow to Ursula von der Leyen's efforts to build her next team. Thierry Breton, the powerful European Commissioner in charge of the internal market, abruptly resigned on Monday, claiming that Ursula von der Leyen had pressured France, his home country, to submit another candidate to replace him for personal reasons. Breton announced the move in a letter published on social platform X, saying he became aware of this alleged lobbying a few days ago while the Commission president was putting the finishing touches to her new executive. The Frenchman was expected to receive an important portfolio in the upcoming Commission, having been rumored for an executive vice presidency. But in his letter, he claims Paris was promised an even loftier position in exchange for ditching his bid. A few days ago, in the very last stretch of negotiations on the composition of the future of the college, you asked France to withdraw my name, for personal reasons that in no instance you have discussed directly with me, and offered as a political trade-off, an allegedly more influential portfolio for France in the future college. Breton writes. You will now be proposed a different candidate. Breton then says it was an honor to have worked the past 5 years as a commissioner for the internal market above national and party interests. However, in light of these developments, further testimony to questionable governance, I have concluded that I can no longer exercise my duties in the college, he adds. I am therefore resigning from my position as European Commissioner, effective immediately. In a follow-up, tongue-in-cheek message, he shared an empty frame with the caption, "Breaking news, my official portrait for the next European Commission term." The European Commission did not immediately reply to a request for comment. Breton's shock exit deals a new blow to von der Leyen's ongoing efforts to build her new College of Commissioners, a delicate process that entails a tricky balance of gender, geography, and party politics. The presentation of her new team has already been delayed due to a political fight in Slovenia, where the opposition has contested the appointment of Marta Kos as the country's commissioner-designate. The Slovenian government put Kos forward after Tomas Visel withdrew from the race, reportedly as a result of von der Leyen's behind-the-scenes pressure to have more women in her next executive. Still, Breton's departure cannot be compared as the Frenchman had acquired a strong profile in Brussels after playing a key role in the bloc's production of COVID-19 vaccines, the industrial ramp-up to provide Ukraine with more military support, and, most notably, the regulatory push to rein in the excesses of big tech and artificial intelligence. But he had also become a divisive character in the city. His letter to Elon Musk in August ahead of the billionaire's interview with Donald Trump was decried as an assault against freedom of expression and a blatant case of power overreach. In March, he publicly criticized the center-right European People's Party EPISPOS Party EP for failing to provide von der Leyen with a full House endorsement. His rant raised ethical questions and exposed the tension between the commissioner and the president. The real question now, is it possible to re-entrust the management of Europe to the EP for 5 more years? Or 25 years in a row, the EP itself does not seem to believe in its candidate, he wrote back then. Breton's resignation forces France to submit a new candidate for European Commissioner and deprives the Renew Europe liberal family of one of its most prominent representatives. It also further complicates von der Leyen's goal to kick off her second mandate on 1 November, ahead of the U.S. presidential elections. This article has been updated with more information about Breton's departure.